Hi, everybody. Welcome to Psalm Tripping. I'm Jim. It's Saturday, April 13th, 2024, and I recently returned from a library sale here in Chester County, Pennsylvania, and I came back with a massive haul of music CDs, and I was just thrilled at some of the stuff I found. The sale opened up to members of the library yesterday. I'm not a paying member of the library. I have my library card, but I'm not like a friend of the Chester County Library. But the sale opened to the public first thing this morning, so I got there shortly after 9:30, and it was already getting pretty busy. But I sort of wormed my way into the CD area, and they just had hundreds of CDs. Just box after box after box on these like long folding tables. So I went to work and had a lot of nice camaraderie with fellow browsers. We were helping each other out, sharing our finds. It was a lot of fun. So I'd like to share with you what I found, do some show and tell, because that's fun. Anyway, all these CDs, each CD cost only 50 cents. Here's what I found. There's a great variety of stuff. We'll start with Robbie Robertson. Robbie Robertson. This is a Record Club edition, BMG Direct Marketing, and this was produced by Daniel Lanois and Robbie Robertson. 1987. Was this his first solo album? I have to do my research. Nice find. Won't be the only Robbie Robertson. How about this? Go to Heaven, The Grateful Dead. This I remember when this album came out. I was in public school, and Alabama Getaway got a lot of radio play in our neck of the woods. I like Althea a lot too. I have this on vinyl. It'll be fun to compare it with the CD. I was starting to listen to it in the car on the way home, and I thought it sounded really, really nice. And it's like, wow, I gotta listen to more Grateful Dead. They're just they put you in a good mood. They're just the vibe. Anyway, how about this? Sonic Youth, Washing Machine. Produced by Sonic Youth with John Seekett. 1995. There's your track listing. I'm ready to get back into Sonic Youth. You'll see some other Sonic Youth. This is the only Sonic Youth album I had. And I traded it in a while back, Daydream Nation, and there was some Sonic Youth there, and I thought, I want to give them another listen. I actually saw Sonic Youth live. They opened for Neil Young during his Freedom Tour, one of the loudest rock concerts I've ever witnessed, and I think I lost some hearing after that one. I played at the old Philadelphia Civic Center, which was just this big sort of barn arena, echo everywhere, and both those bands were just incredibly, incredibly loud. But Sonic Youth, it was really cool to see stuff like that at the sale. Here's another Sonic Youth. Go. This is 1990. 50 cents. Haven't heard this one. So the only one I really knew was Daydream Nation. This is more in the classic rock realm. I was happy to find it. Who Are You? The Who. And this is, I have this on vinyl but it'll be fun to compare the CD. I noticed also that there's no barcode on the back. Next up is Storyville, Robbie Robertson. This is an album I think I used to have this one maybe 20 years ago. It's on the Geffen label. And since Robbie passed away, it's reawakened my interest in paying a little more attention to his solo work, and have a better system now. So I'm looking forward to trying these CDs out. And for 50 cents, take the plunge. All right, now these are not going to be in any kind of order, but I ran into a run of Steel Eye Span. Here's Hark the Village Wait. This is not the only Steel Eye Span I found. Okay, but they are a great British folk rock group. A band that I have a small set of their albums on vinyl, and I have I think it's a 2-disc CD compilation that sounded really nice. They're a classic British folk rock band, but I'm not as familiar with their work as I am with other groups like Fairport Convention, Richard and Linda Thompson, the Straubs, and so forth. So I was really thrilled to kind of come into this run of Steel Eye Span for 50 cents a pop. How about this? John Prine, Sweet Revenge. Was this his first album? You can share in the comments. 1973. I think it's pretty early. And here's the track listing. Sorry about all the glare, but you can see what's on there. This is the label. Yeah, John Prine, great singer-songwriter. Next up, Talking Heads, Remain in Light. I don't have any Talking Heads on CD. I don't have this one on vinyl either. And I think I'm ready to pay more attention to Talking Heads. So just thought it was really fun to find it. Also, Talking Heads, more songs about buildings and food. Another one, I don't think I have this one on vinyl either. And yeah. All right, let's see what's in the bag. How about this? Face to Face, The Kinks. On Castle Classics, made in France. Here's your track list. I was really excited to find this. I guess this originally came out in 1966. There's your label. Looking forward to trying this one out. Yeah. Have never seen this one in the wild before. This I already have, but I'm probably going to give it to my daughter or somebody who is into CDs. Beatles Help. This is the original stereo CD releases that came out, around 1987 or so. So yeah, I'll also give it a listen just for fun. But Beatles for 50 cents. Some of these CDs I won't hang on to. I'll pass them on to other people. This was a big find too. Okay, it is a record club CD, but Joe's Garage, Frank Zappa, Acts 1, 2, and 3. It's a 2-disc set on Ryko. And wow, I mean, I've always wanted to listen to this album in its entirety, and I was really excited when I came across it. I'll probably do a review of it sometime soon. I had a friend in probably this would have been around middle school, like 1979. Yeah, I would have been in junior high school, and he was big into Frank Zappa, and this album had just come out, and he was, singing its praises to me, and made me really want to get into it. But aside from one or two songs, and maybe I streamed some of it like much later in life, but now I can listen to like the whole thing and on CD, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Then there was a lot of jazz there, but I think I only picked up one or two jazz albums. This one was a nice edition of Coltrane on Impulse. This is from 1962, recorded by Rudy Van Gelder, and it just looks like it's in really fine shape. And I can't go wrong with John Coltrane. One of the best, one of the greats. Here's another Steel Eye Span, Pleased to See the King. And this is on the Shanachi label. What else do we have? Another Steel Eye Span, All Around My Hat. This one I do have on vinyl, so it'll be fun to do a comparison. Blackjack Davy, great song. I first became acquainted with that on a Bob Dylan record. I think it's on Good As I've Been to You. He did those two acoustic albums in the 90s, Good As I've Been to You and World Gone Wrong. And I'll pay more attention to what Steel Eye Span does with it. And I'll compare it to the vinyl. Another Steel Eye Span. This is Now We Are Six. Also, one I do not have on vinyl. If you're a Steel Eye Span fan, let me know which of these are your favorites. This one looks like it might be a good one. But there's more. Here's Stephen Stills' solo album. And this one also doesn't have a barcode on the back. Looks like it was it's a record club edition. And there's your Atlantic label. So I've never heard this album. 1970, of course, Love the One You're With was the big hit off this, but I'm sure there's more going on than just that song. Here's another Robbie Robertson. Robbie Robertson and the Red Road Ensemble, Music for the Native Americans. Don't know anything about this album. 1994 on Capitol Records. It'll be fun to try it out. Someone got rid of a lot of Robbie Robertson. How about Yo La Tengo, May I Sing With Me? I do have several Yo La Tengo albums, but not this one. 1992 on Alias Records. Here's your track list and the label. Yeah, they're really, really good. All right, I think this is my last CD. I found REM Murmur. Not many months ago, I realized I don't have Murmur on CD. Now I do. Murmur I have on vinyl, but I have pretty much, I think, all the other REM albums on CD. I haven't double checked, but this is such an important album for them when they're really starting to break through. 1983. That is my record haul. 22 CDs, 50 cents each. I was really very, very happy, man, to get these. So it'll be fun to go through these. There was one CD that I meant to buy, and I accidentally put it back. I gathered up maybe about 5 to 10 more CDs, and then I found a little place to sit in a library outside the room, and I pulled up Discogs and I did my research. And I don't like to buy duplicates anymore. So some of these were duplicates, albums like Sweet Baby James by James Taylor. Some of them I knew I already had, but I was thinking, well, maybe I'll give them to somebody. Like there was a Ricky Lee Jones, and there was a Nancy Griffith album, Storms, that I really like. But I decided to put those back. And then there were a couple Randy Newman albums, and the one that I shouldn't have put back is 12 Songs, because I have that on vinyl, but it's one of the only Randy Newmans I don't have on CD, and there it was. But in my rush to put everything back, I sent that one back. So no worries, it's fine. And then there were a few other things that I either already had. There was like a Jethro Tull album, Songs from the Wood, but I realized, thanks to Discogs, all my stuff's on Discogs, so it's easily searchable. And I'm like, okay, I got that on CD, don't have to get it now. So that saves me a lot of expense. But right, here we go. 22 CDs. Can't hold them all at once. And it was a fun day digging for CDs at the Chester County Library. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to maybe go to another library sale, and we'll see what turns up there. But I'm really glad I went on the first public day of the sale, because I just was amazed at how much good stuff there was. A lot of good stuff I already have, but there was just a lot of riches there. It was really, really fun. I guess people don't want CDs anymore. This has gotten me to think, though. I'll finish with this. You take an album like this Grateful Dead album, which I have on vinyl. Lately, when I've been doing these comparison videos and doing a lot of back and forth listening, so often the vinyl on my new turntable stands up really tall. And I'm like, if I'm going to just be at home listening, I might turn to the vinyl over the CD. Now, it is true the CD is convenient for me, because I have a CD player in my car, and it's convenient that way. But new cars these days, if I get a new car someday, it's not going to have a CD player in it. So that advantage is lost. And almost all the stuff I've showed you can be easily streamed. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, and so forth. So I'm starting to wonder whether I'm going to keep buying CDs. Are you still buying CDs? And why? What's your rationale? How do you justify it in a world where we can stream very affordably? And if you have a stereo with a good turntable, like the vinyl, and you happen to have a lot of these old albums on vinyl, that's going to be a very rewarding experience as well. So I'm just curious, what the rationale is for continuing to collect CDs. Now, they are objects, they're artifacts, and they're products of history and culture. And so many of us make this collecting a hobby, and we enjoy it, and we like to have the physical product in our hands, and I get that. But shelf space is limited. It's not infinite, at least in my house. So I have to be pretty choosy, and I'm starting to think maybe in coming years down the line, as I strive to downsize, that I might be faced with some hard decisions that I'll have to forego a CD like this if I prefer the sound of the vinyl, because I can say, I can stream this in high def, and it's probably going to sound identical to what I'm getting on the CD. So this is probably why you see so many cheap CDs out there, and this is still a golden age for CDs. When you think about what these used to cost when they were at their peak, they were many times out of my price range, and now pennies on the dollar. So, if I get rid of this someday, I'll only be out 50 cents, and I donated money to the library, so I feel good about that. But anyway, I've got a lot of listening to do. It's going to be fun, sort of spreading myself across all these different genres. And some of these I'll keep, some of them I won't, some of them I'll give to other people, some I will trade in. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know your thoughts, if you've had any successful hauls lately, but also if you have comments about the albums I've showed you. Thanks so much for watching and spending some time with me. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.